What up everyone, it's your man XMan87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today are the Marvel Legends reveals coming from MCM London Comic Con. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's talk about it. Yo, we gotta talk about this, because I already said that half of the new retro wave was already a W, but seeing the remaining ones to round it out, it's a double W. Bro, we are getting Spider Assassin, Tombstone in his suit, and Hallows' Eve. Now, let me tell you that I'm probably going to be the only one you hear excited about a Hallows' Eve figure. I told you that I low-key enjoyed that Dark Web run. It's a guilty pleasure of mine to go back and read for current story arcs. I know it wasn't one of the greatest stories, but I loved its many striking visuals, and Hallows' Eve's attire just popped out to me, and I remember saying, you know what? She would make for a nice Marvel Legends figure one day because I love the way she was drawn and the art style. Plus, that orange would be really eye-popping. Seeing it now, I was right because she made for a really nice figure here, and I love how vibrant that orange is. It's a really nice pattern, and before anyone is thinking why they didn't sculpt the aesthetics on her thigh highs and sleeves, well then that's actually comic accurate as it's part of her skin-tight costume. Loving this because the entire figure is 100% comic accurate, and you know how much I love my accuracy. I know they don't get things right all the time, but when they do, how can the purist in me not celebrate such a feat like this? She's even got the pumpkins on top of her too-slick cape, the hair sculpted underneath, the hood sitting correctly on the collared area, the domino mask, the smile, paled skin, all the hands, and multiple Halloween masks? Oh, breathe, Manny, breathe. I'm so hyped right now, man. I told y'all that I'm probably going to be the only one you hear excited for this figure, and that's okay. I'll be happy to carry that shit with pride, man. Let me be, okay? Let me be. It's good to have Ben Reilly's girlfriend Janine in the line to go with Chasm. I wish they included the demon scythe she stole from Madeline Pryor, but I think they'll give that to King Chasm. So this all but confirms that we'll be getting the Goblin King, aka King Chasm, very soon as either a BAF or a deluxe. Either way, I'm down with it because I want that so bad. Easy for them to do, right? Caliban body with a new head, feet, gauntlets, and retool the back for his set of wings. Anyways, this figure gets the XManny87 comic seal of approval. Such a fitting character to reveal for Spooky Season 2. Again, super ecstatic to add this to the Spider-Man collection. Bruh, let's talk about Spider Assassin, which they dubbed Spider Shot on the packaging. So damn lame. Not like they're restricted from using that word on packaging, since I'm pretty sure it's been written before on some of their character bios on the back of the packaging. Unless I'm wrong and missing something, then let me know, but I can see why maybe certain keywords can't be displayed in the front. Whatever. I'm not calling him Spider Shot. Nonetheless, this was actually an honorary mention in my top 10 Marvel Legends Spider-Man costumes video that I wanted to see made. This is from the What If Spider-Man vs. Wolverine, where Spider-Man becomes Marvel's most deadliest assassin. The most badass thing about this costume is that he modified his web shooters to fire bullets, hence why you see the muzzle effect here. But it's so damn cool that they gave him the gun shooting hand gestures when he fires his bullets. That's so sick. Black and red are one of my favorite color combos, which makes this look great. He's on the retro Spider-Man body, so he does have that huge notable gap between the thighs, which I would have loved him being on the Renew Your Vows body instead, but at least he has that double diaphragm joint, so I'm going to have fun posing him no matter what. That head sculpt is tough and mean looking. It's just as I remembered from the comic. Spot on. 6 hands and 2 web bullets is all I need to go ham posing this figure around. I felt like the Hasbro Marvel Legends team saw my wishlist video wanting this figure and campaigning to get the figure a few times on my Instagram, so I feel like I want to take the credit for this one. So Ryan, Dan, Dwight, if one of you guys did take notice from me, then I love ya because I'm happy with it. Now, come on, guys. You know I had to save the best for last. Come on now. This is what most of us hardcore Spidey fans have been clamoring for. Tombstone in his freaking gangsta suit. An all-new sculpt from scratch for muscular characters, and it looks fan-freaking-tastic. Completely pinless, and the jacket is pinched in at the... completely pinless, and the jacket is pinched in at the waist, which is what I've wanted for their suits for a while now, as it looks so much better, giving them definition and not like what they did for the Rose, making him look like a huge white pill, because that looked hideous. Now I need them to redo the Rose like this right away, so I wish they held out on him, but the most important thing to take note is that they course corrected it now, so we shouldn't have to deal with any more hideous suits. The shoulders don't dip out too low on this one, as he's got good looking broad shoulders. One thing I love that they did here is you can see his pinstripe dress shirt poking out of his wrist. That is so cool, and I love the blue color they picked for this. I like that the head and neck are all one piece, so it can easily be rotatable when maneuvering. This is something new they've been doing lately, like with the Talos interchangeable scroll head, and I don't mind it. This is something they should have done for Mr. Negative to have a powered down look, even though his suit color would need to be black and not white when depowered. But that's where that extra inner demon would have come in handy if given the same matching suit but in black. Maybe they can do that for the comic versions next time, since they already did a Gamerverse 2-pack. Again, it looks good, and even better that he comes with two interchangeable heads, both with great comic Tombstone likeness, so these head sculpts are stellar. He comes with fists, an open hand, a trigger hand, and a crowbar. A regular C-grip hand would have been a better choice to hold the crowbar more naturally than the trigger hand, but at least you can always give him a gun if you want. This figure looks awesome in every way, and I just hope he's got good articulation, especially in that waist area. Can't tell whether it's the hard swivel with the ab crunch or that belly rocker. I just want it to move well, but so far, this looks like a 10 for me. These figures will go up for pre-order on Monday, October 30th, 2023. No time slot was confirmed as to when they go live, but I'm assuming the usual 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Figures will retail for $24.99 and release in May 2024. Just a quick HasLab Giant Man update. So what I'm hearing now, which I didn't address in my last video because it was brought to my attention afterwards, is that the word out of MCM London Comic Con via Tarot is that it will not include the scroll head due to several cancellations after the campaign ended. Still no final numbers, but for sure we know that the count will be significantly lower. They went on to say that Hasbro suggested that the head could see a possible future release, but nothing concrete. I don't know how reputable Tarot is, if they are a reliable source or not. Never heard of them before, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt. No offense to them. But let's say if it is true, then I can see why. Probably most of the people like me who ordered a second one to get a Scroll Giant Man for their Scroll Avengers have canceled right away when realizing it didn't hit its goal. See, this is why it should have been tier 1. Besides them already having comic scroll figures made and not comic zombies, is that, let's say if they do decide to release it later, how? This is a whole head and not just some faceplate. So the only way I see it done is like an Avengers themed accessory pack where you can have some scroll heads to put on your comic Iron Man, Hawkeye, and Captain America figures. They can pull it off like that. Only Hasbro will make you pay for something you already paid for the first time, but not give it to you and make you pay extra instead to have it. Shaking my head. It's not a guarantee that they'll even come out with it, so guys, I ended up canceling my extra because I can't take the chances on a maybe. But it is what it is. I'll make the most of what's given to me and display that zombie head by itself to make it look like a severed head. They should still throw that scroll head in as a thank you for backing last minute from the big rally, because it could have ended up not funding at all. At the very least, they should have given a 1 or 2 day extension out of courtesy, because I feel that would have helped hit the 14K. But last time you'll hear me talking about this in a video until maybe when I get the HasLab to review, or if they do confirm it's coming for whatever reason. Anyways, I'll just stick with the one and make peace with it from there. The most important thing is that the Giant Man figure was secured, and that was the one thing I cared about the most. Getting back to the retro wave, now that the wave is rounded out, man, I'm gonna give this an on-reveal rating of a 9 out of 10 because I literally want every figure in this wave. There's not one figure I don't want here. I'm thinking of giving it a 10, but because it's not a BAF wave, it loses a point for me. Like the last retro wave, having supporting characters for King Chasm and not having him as a BAF was a huge missed opportunity. This wave has his biggest supporting character in Hallows' Eve and still no King Chasm BAF. Another huge missed opportunity. As you can tell, I really want King Chasm. However, unlike the last retro wave, these figures come with a lot more accessories in total, and that kind of makes up for the loss of the BAF this time around. I'll run the numbers for you to put it out there. The 2023 retro wave had 15 total amongst the 6 figures, with one figure not including any at all. Tarantula. This new 2024 retro wave has 26 total accessories amongst the 6 figures, with not one figure being left out of accessories like the last one. Tarantula. So they outdid it by including 11 more accessories as a collective, and that's a big improvement in my book. Always looking for those W's coming off L's. Shows effort, and it's the effort that always matters the most to me. Half the wave is mostly all new sculpts, the other half is good reuse. Good character selection overall, and one major thing is all these figures are pretty much 100% accurate. So that to me just made me change my mind, and I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 on reveal rating. The Last Stand Spider-Man is heavily detailed in its sculpting as they adapted it from the Gamerverse Spider-Man by Insomniac Games, which the game version looks better than the comics anyways. So I like that they took the aesthetics from the game. Spider Assassin looks badass and was a top want for me. Hallows' Eve is a first time in the line and she came out stunning. Tells me we are being set up for King Chasm. That alone gets me energetic. Whew, man, I got a ton of energy today, man. I don't know what it is. It's probably the caffeine or something, but I'm hyped. The hype is real for this wave. Hey, I'd love to see a Goblin Queen Madeline Pryor from that Dark Web storyline made in a Spider-Man wave to put in my extended Spider-Man Rogues display. That way it can hold me down until they ever do make her classic 80s version accurately, so I can put that one with my 80s X-Men, because that 2015 modern version they did for the HasLab wouldn't go with it. Best worst case scenario, if they ever do decide to give us that HasLab one, I'll still take it, and I'll just try to find a way to get that customized properly the way she should have been done for $350. Sidetracking. Anyways, Mad Jack is a must for me as I've been wanting that classic version for the longest. I forgot to mention in my last video covering him that his upper torso should open the doors for a Triton figure. We need that Inhumans team completed like 4 years ago. I was hoping Tombstone from the animated series to be on this classic retro card, but maybe they'll be saving that for a VHS pack? What do you think? Scarlet Spider made me not regret passing on the Mafex one because of those bad knees. Just wish the red was a little bit darker, but this is still goated. I don't know who my favorite of the wave is. It's between Scarlet Spider and Tombstone. It's so hard to pick one. This Tombstone blows the last one away by a landslide. So does this Scarlet Spider to its predecessor also. But a better version of Tombstone was needed more in the Spidey display over a new Scarlet Spider. Yeah, my pick is Tombstone for number 1 then. Overall, I'm extremely happy with the wave between this, the Void Bath wave, which is another solid offering for me, top to bottom, Movie Doc Ock, Greenie, and the HasLab Giant Man release. After a rough 2023, Legends is shaping up to be strong and in good shape for 2024, and they need that. So far, it looks promising, and I hope more Legends goodness follows with bangers after bangers. It's making me really look forward to next year a lot. Now I'm kicking it back to you. What do you think of this retro wave as a collective? What are your most wanted figures or most wanted figure? Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends news video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.